Hello, what's up?
DJ Dan, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. Hey, good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you, man.
Yeah, last time we spoke, we were just rolling with all sorts of cool ideas, and
Yes, we were.
it was a great conversation. So I'm glad to have you on my podcast. I just want to start off with saying that you have a radio show, WSUT Straight Up Tunes, correct?
Yes, sir.
And when can people tune in to your radio show?
It's 24/7. It goes all the time.
Excellent. Well, you should have no problem with that then. Definitely go check that out. I've listened a couple times. Dan, thank you for playing my music on there, but you also play a lot of Dayton local artists, but we'll get into that. When did you start this radio show?
I started it probably a little bit over a year ago.
Okay. And what type of music do you typically play?
I play everything. It ranges from 50s to current, and that's every genre of music that there is. It's everything.
Okay. Now, what kind of music do you listen to?
I like everything. That's kind of why I did the station that way.
Sure.
I'm probably more of a rock person and older country person, but I like everything. But if I was to pop something in and listen to it in my car, it's going to be rock probably.
Okay, yeah, same here. Although I do like to go into R&B, I like funk, hip hop, and rap. I definitely have my artists that I listen to there, and then pop music is probably right after rock, I would think, for me.
Yeah, I mean it's fun to bebop in the car and dance and have a little fun. The beats are really good with R&B. The old school R&B is more like 90s. Is more my genre and that kind of music. The recent music I listen to now is my friend Travis Napier. He just dropped an EP, and it's like old country. And he's my age, and he went to prison for 8.5 years and wrote 30 songs in prison, and got out and said, "Here, I got some songs. Listen to them."
I had a
He
student.
should release these. So he makes a.
Well, you said he did release them already, correct?
Yes, he did release those.
All 30? All 30 songs?
No, just 5.
Just 5.
He just did 5. He's working on new stuff too, but he dropped a 5 EP. It's called Travis Napier, Last House in the Holler. You can find it on Amazon, Apple, all that good stuff. It's on there.
Great.
I've been listening to his stuff. It's like I said, it's got steel guitar in it. It's just old school, and I just love that. I love the steel guitar, man. I just love it.
That's excellent. Yeah, you can get pretty prolific being in jail or in prison for a long period of time. I had a student that had the same position, and he had more material than I think any other student that I ever came across. It also probably comes off really well and heartfelt, too, when you're in that position. Probably really honest.
Yes.
Which is another reason that you probably really enjoy it. So you're really passionate about promoting local artists, aren't you?
Oh, yes. That's the main reason I started it, was to help. I know a lot of people who make music, and it's just hard to get music out if you're independent. It's unless you sign with a record deal or something like that, it's really tough to get people to listen to you. I mean, it is. It's just tough.
It's who you know, and right place, right time, typically.
Yes.
But I also think that there's a push that you have to create for yourself, and that's difficult for artists to promote themselves, and we discussed that last time we spoke. But there are things that you can do. I had an interview with Josh Cox, who you were related to, and
yes.
he brought in a lot of insight when it comes to things like that. Now, CD Baby, TuneCore, DistroKid, those are outlets, but to really go further, you need your own website. You need to probably get a LinkedIn account and start connecting with entertainment industry people in your network, in your area. Finding an entertainment attorney wouldn't hurt you. But there are a lot of outlets, even just by mailing your music, through the post mail is the best thing to do to reach some entertainment executives or managers or A&R.
Yes. It's like I said, it's tough. I mean, I can't play instruments and I can't sing. I'd love to, but I can't, unfortunately. but I do know it's a tough place to be. Like with you. I mean, I didn't know who you was until I met Josh,
Right.
and then he turned me on to you, and I think you're, awesome considering you can do, you play drums, guitar, sing. That's not easy to do all that.
No, it's
put all
not.
that together and then make an album. It's not easy.
No, that takes time. That takes practice and building your confidence, and it does take a little bit to get there. But something I've always wanted to do, what drives that more than anything for me is not having people to collaborate with, or just not working out to where people want to be paid to play, and people don't want to just come together for free as you get older and work on music, because it is challenging. It's like playing the lottery, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. But, there's a lot of people that play music, and nobody even knows because they don't even tell people. It's just like their little hobby.
Mm-hmm.
They dab around on the guitar or drums or whatever, and nobody never hears them. Nothing. It's just a hobby.
The industry is saturated, but let's flip that around too. How often do people listen to music? We have a lot of creators, but is there the same amount of people out there listening to music, listening to new music specifically? What are your thoughts on that?
That's tough because, I love listening to music, but not everybody does. Everybody has different things. Some people like to come home, watch TV. Some people like to come home, get on the computer. I think music it's a little bit different now than it used to be. I think music back in the day was, people listened to it more. I don't know why they just did, but I think because of the phones and the way the time has changed, music's kind of got left behind a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah. Another thing too that I'm thinking about was with television and TRL, you were forced to listen to certain music videos. Now with streaming, you don't have to deal with that. Netflix, Hulu, you decide what you're going to watch. Nothing is forced on you. You don't have to wait to watch one show to watch the show that you want to watch. I remember
Exactly.
people looking at TV guides and things like that. So you were more forced to listen. And so now it's harder to get to your audience. We know that. We understand that. But the one thing I wanted to talk to you a little bit about before we get into your radio show a little bit more is the music pyramid that we talked about. You have these pyramid schemes that like Advocare and things like that. Well, music, I think, for local artists to do well, might need some sort of music pyramid where everybody's collaborating with each other and earning equally.
Yes, and you see a lot of that with the COVID. They're collaborating separately, and they put it together in one song, and they do it live. That's something that maybe people should start doing. Like, find somebody that plays guitar, and you guys kind of collaborate, put it together, and just do it live, and see what people think about it. Like, what do you guys think? Is this good? Should I change something? I think that's a really good thing that they're doing right now is collaborating separately and put it together in one little thing. It's just amazing how you do it, but they're doing it, and it's awesome.
What do you think about the fact that artists now are getting royalties, a very small percentage? We're talking about cents on the dollar. They get paid, artists. For somebody streams my song on iTunes, I get a couple of pennies. What's your thoughts on paying artists that money, but also not just paying the artists, but paying the listeners? So now you're getting paid to listen to local music.
I think if they did that, they would get more people to listen to it. If they got paid to listen, sometimes it takes a certain ear. Some people just like, hey, I like country, that's all I listen to, or I listen to rock. They don't have somebody who listens to everything and collaborates and says, hey, this is a good song. I like the lyrics, I like the beats. So I think what you're saying is a big thing, and maybe that's the future.
Yeah.
Maybe I think the artist should get paid more, obviously, on the streaming stuff because It's tough to.
Yeah.
You release somebody like you release music out on Spotify or Amazon, you get pennies, but I think you should get more if somebody's going to stream to listen to it. They might not buy it, but they're streaming it.
Right.
So if you're streaming it, the artist still should get paid a little more than they're getting paid, in my opinion.
Right.
It's a little tough.
That artist can fuel that money with promoting themselves more.
Exactly. I think that's a little rough field right now. I think that needs to be, straightened out. You guys need to get more than just a couple pennies.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion.